So we got a big tool popper down in Towson. Our neighbor, a close friend of mine, I used to road race motorcycles with. We started this job, Price man, company said like beginning of summer. Our other crane broke down on the way down the highway to the job. Broke the motor somehow. Spent a month and a half trying to figure out how to fix the valve train in that motor. Ended up buying a whole entire new motor. That crane's up and running, looks great, repainted, fresh. Polished wheels, look good. Found a job, they did a crane job with it yesterday, got left on the job. We can pick it up. Taking the Kong out today for this big 140, 150 foot cooler poplar. Crane has got a light on before I even leave the shop. So it's telling me without functions. That's saying, hey, don't move me until you figure it out. Of course, we're just checking the basic vitals right now to make sure we're not missing nothing, but.
Nice dipstick you got.
Hillbilly dipstick. I don't think it's a problem, but we'll find out. I'm really hoping everything goes smoothly, but ain't starting off good. We should be fine. Not trying to be that negative Nancy, but it's like you gotta. I don't know.
Lost it.
Yeah. Lost it.
Need another coffee.
Definitely in a wake at the melatonin last night. Still banging me up. Steepest articulation I've ever had to do going in a driveway by far. This is definitely the biggest crane move with having to operate in a tight vicinity. My buddy's property is right over there with a beautiful brand new driveway. We've done a lot of work over there, took a lot of really big trees down on that driveway over the years. Cut a new driveway, but I did not want to pull this thing up and take these trees down from his driveway over there and potentially do damage to that. This is a whole driveway here, it made more sense. We crab walked it, we fucked it up. Now let's get some trees down and make some money. Good.
I'm glad we got a lot of guys here today that have muscles. We don't have the room.
Here's the problem right now. We're gonna have to literally pull the truck and chipper up and down
To get the wood out of here.
to get the wood out, unless we were to chip up in Alan's driveway.
Which he would probably let us.
He would. But I don't know if we're gonna articulate the crane to set everything over there with this close to the deck.
Well, the only thing we can do is try it and see if we can before we.
Well, we're 3 feet past.
Yep.
Well, let's think about this a second. There's no room to put a skid loader up there right now to move wood.
No.
You can cut this first and put in the logs for it from now.
That is a possibility. Let that stump up a little bit. Dump that thing down the hill. You grab it with the crane, pick it up, and set it over there in the driveway.
Chipper.
And
Can't pick it up the crane. Oh, we possibly can pick that up. Leave the skid loader here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was working all in here with the skid loader last time.
You all right? We cut that down?
That comes down.
Oh, that comes down?
That comes down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then we just dump it down the hill like you said.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I think.
Dump it, cut it low. Dump it. We pick the skid loader, can stay right here. Park, basically stage the skid loader right here.
Yep.
We'll stage all the logs right there. All right, it's coming together.
Let's have a pull.
I haven't seen him.
Big boy.
Very wet.
Problem.
No, I'm saying I think extra cost is even putting on anywhere on. He said, well, you put on 2 pairs. No, you get 48 out of 1 pair, inside and out, back.
Yeah.
It's like reusing a condom. You just got to turn it inside out and take the out of it.
Might want to cut that out a little bit.
I would.
Hey, that's a pro tip.
Yeah, that is a pro tip.
That's a pro tip.
That is.
Pro tip, absolutely.
Blow steel out of the water. Steel used to be #1 chainsaw in the world, but anymore, Husky's got them blowed out of the water. They all got this new auto tune, and the steels are like the auto tune. Their auto tune doesn't auto tune.
Okay.
Like when I start that saw and I run it, and I shut it off, it'll auto tune itself for the air.
Okay.
The density in the air. The more humidity you get, the less air you need.
Yeah.
So
So you're not fooling around with like chokes or anything like
yes,
that?
there's no screwdrivers anymore.
Wow.
And the steels, you got to take them back to the dealership. It's $55 for them just on the machine to auto tune. Husqvarna does it like that. It does it itself.
I'm about to get a wood stove put in, and if I start like having to like cut up my own firewood and shit, I've been looking at chainsaws, so I'm like not sure what to go with.
All around good saw for you, for Harry the homeowner, would be Antonio. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Antonio's got a 545. That's a 550 XP.
What's that?
That's a commercial saw.
How long's the bar?
That's 18.
18? Is that like a good do-it-all?
Yeah, but it'll run a 20-inch bar.
Okay.
And Antonio's 445.
Okay.
Very powerful saw. It's got the auto tune on it.
Yeah.
Very powerful saw. Not as powerful as that, but it's powerful. Plenty for Harry the homeowner.
Okay.
That only cuts 3 or 4 quarter wood a year.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Okay.
That there is a commercial saw. That thing's straight.
I'm sure it's expensive.
And it'll run away from me. And that saw there is probably about $350 more than the one in. So that 545,
Yeah.
great saw would be a great saw for you, and it'll run a 20-inch bar too.
Okay.
So you would want to get it with the 20-inch bar.
Okay.
Because if you're only cutting stuff this big, so what? You just cut it halfway through and roll it over.
Yeah.
But we got nowhere to set the right tree down.
I gotta take these 2 limbs out of the way.
Stuff, if you spin left. All right, hold on. I'm not looking back at the crane. Man, so finally going up to make our first pick. Got Antonio up there choking right now. The 240-foot tulip poplars coming down. Well, actually, one large one, and then we got one split bifurcated one. Really tight corridor, super steep driveway. I could just say that I have been a bitchy somebody with stress, with all the little craziness that has went on with this crane since we bought it. It's been super tough on us in the beginning. Still learning it, so it's still a huge learning curve. Jake, my man that works for the company, who's apprentice to learn to run the cranes, he has been the one that has kind of facilitated and taught us so much about this crane. We crab walked it today, which you obviously seen in the video. That was really cool to be able to learn how to do that, to position it into place. Did we have to necessarily do it? Nah, maybe we could have maneuvered without it, but it gave us the ability to and the agility to do it with the crane capability. So we maneuvered it and used it. It's probably going to fight us a little when we go to take it out of here with recalibrating itself, but I wanted to learn all that to know what it was going to take to run it in that level and then put it back in driving mode. So no better time when we got a beautiful day. It ain't crazy hot, ain't crazy cold. Still got time in the day to get everything done, everything figured out, and get the crane back home. I just wanted to try and figure some stuff out with that. Kind of a good job to do that without making a fake reason to do it, so it worked. We came out here with our support truck. We got a new support truck, which is really cool setup with our dunnage 6x6s up on the deck, our steel plates that we have now for the deck. We would have liked the steel plates here for this setup with some potential soft ground, but we were able to crab walk the crane in to get the outriggers down on what we think is all solid ground. Support truck sprung a coolant leak because we swapped the turbo out on it earlier this year when we bought it, which wasn't a problem. Ended up being a mass airflow of some sort. Anyway, it sprung a leak only like 2 miles from the shop. I spun it around. We didn't bring our pads. We didn't bring our extra counterweight. It's got all of our plywood plates on it. It's got our extra counterweight on the support trailer. It's got our steel plates in the truck. It came without them all. We ended up managing with what we had. Pulled the crane up this super steep driveway. Bent an outrigger pad mount. Bent the support arms on my new outrigger pad holder on the back. All super minor, superficial stuff we can fix. You'll never know the difference, but something we have to go back to the shop and fix. But this crane is definitely a different animal to use and set up. Do I think it takes a little more time? Yes. Does it take a little more getting used to drive it down the road? Yes. I'm like, Christ, I think I had the wheels damn near off the ground on one of the big ass up Maryland road spots where damn near pulled me out of the seat and hit my head on the roof. It's got a very high level center of gravity, the way it drives. It's got a big suspension components that allows it to soak up its weight driving down the highway. But I think I might have had the front end still a little high learning it all. So we got it here, we're set up, we're getting ready to make the first pick. The crane side of the things, removing these trees should not be a huge task, but it's a little bit of an awkward setup. We had to take another tree down, just a bit of maneuver the logs over here. So we could stage a skid loader, and then we had to lay all the logs down and chip all the brush out there. There's a method to the madness. Hopefully everything goes through smoothly the rest of the day. We can take this thing down effortlessly, get this stuff loaded up, and maybe get back before it's too late. So yeah. Got my buddy's place over here too. This is my old buddy I used to road race with. We took some mad trees down here. This driveway is super steep. If we walk out here, I'll let Brad get a little shot of this driveway later. We end up cutting this driveway in and changing its direction. But there was trees like this we're taking down all across his whole front yard, and over the years, we've probably taken down 25 of them. Big dangerous one back over here, just you name it. It was probably the most wildest setups ever. Probably 10, 15 years ago. But a good buddy, man. We used to, like I said, we used to kick it back in the day. Back in the crazy white boy Chris days on the two-wheel street bikes in Baltimore and DC. Him and I used to terrorize the Baltimore DC Metropolitan Beltway on two wheels. Maybe sometimes on one wheel. A lot of times probably on one back wheel. But I remember the days. Now we're all old in our 40s. And I think he drinks beer and I still race cars. He did hang up drag motorcycle racing about last year, but he's got a new cool neighbor he introduced us to, so we got to work with him. Here we are, taking down his trees, and yeah, that's the whole boring sobby story.
Yeah, right there. More done. All right. Hey, buddy. A little bit left. Got a little bit more, Caro. Oh shit, I can't go over there. Where are you bone down? A little bit down, you boom. There you go, a little more. A little more, more. More. A little bit more, Carlos. Alright, put your cable down a little bit. Good, Jay. Right here, buddy. I need more close the tree. More. Little more. Oh. All right, good. All right.
Oh, watch the wire. Keep it out a little bit, Connor, so don't touch the wire. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on.
So you guys got it all tank or what? What inside? What is inside?
How much? 29? Jeez, I was thinking like 32 to 39. That's because all the sap is up.
For longer yet, them logs there, this grapple bucket could probably carry it out on it. Maybe. Crown trees
usually use 2 climbers to try and make it easier on a climber up the tree. Yeah, you can hang them out there. You can choke, run down a limb, come out and cut. Takes more time, a little more work. Maybe explore, guys. I don't really know. Probably so. Wings up the crotch. Probably where it'll sit for the majority of the time. You can look for the cuts. Choking is going up the choke. You got whittle away a couple limbs on the left hand side. You could pick half the street, no problem, but just going over to set it down. Typical crane situation. Tight spot, tight area, tight everything.
Connor, maybe put your cable down. Maybe I can reach it.
200-foot rope is just kind of a mother effort to mess with when you're working in the tree, so most guys use a 150-footer. This is the downside of a 150-foot rope when you're working a 150-foot tree. Whoa!
So stop putting Taco Bell in it. It won't fart like that.
Don't run to that. All right. Improvise. Wide. Shoulder. And then swing punch right where you're at. This is a very beneficial part of the boom structure. It's a non-pinning boom. So the boom is actually live. So to have a 100-ton crane with a live boom is awesome because we can scope in and scope out when we got to strengthen our load, get it away from the operator, the cutter, or an operator have to be able to maneuver the crane from another limb, whatever the case may be, because you're not pinned and stuck in that one position for your chart or for your structure of the boom. So really cool that, and I didn't know that, and the crane seller didn't know that. Quite a few people didn't know that with this crane. The guy Ed at Tadano, who is our tech we deal with most of the time, he knew it and said how that's a really good feature that we actually have with this crane. So it's really cool. So downside, we had some hell with some stuff, and upside is we ended up with something better than we even anticipated with the ability to be able to be mobile with the boom on the extension, so and the traction. Super cool. Like right now, being able to extend in and extend out and not being stuck in the design, have to repin, and it's cool.
I feel light as a feather.
Good right there, Connor.
You're good. You're good, dude.
You there?
Right there where the cage touches that rim, double hand it. Yeah, just a little bit, Connor, and then you're gonna have to swing to your left a little bit. There you go.
Wait, watch.
Yep, pick it like that. That's all right.
Ready?
Yeah.
More.
So Dwayne pulled Antonio over to the crotch because Antonio's rope's too short. So Antonio's gonna retie in there in about 75 foot and then rappel down. He'll be good. So we got a game plan now. He'll have to do it again, I guess, probably for the next 1 or 2 chokes, and then we'll be good. We just got to decide if we're gonna be able to take this whole top or not. It's definitely gonna be tricky setting it down. Climbers a lot of times will always want to take bigger than they should because they want to get done. Crane operators gotta be like, no, too much weight and nowhere to put it. So we'll see where we end up on this last pick.
Dude, I honestly didn't know what that was gonna weigh. I only had like 38 on it before, but I seen it start to tilt as you're cutting. But dude, you do one click in this thing and it either jumps up none or like 1,000. It's kind of, it's pretty tricky.
Hey, why don't you come down real quick, and then we're gonna pick the log up. Up there. Change the boom configuration just to make it super strong. You want to try it out. I don't blame him. We haven't got a chance to fool it enough. So he stuck the 3, 4, and 5 boom extension in, set out the 1 and 2 boom extension, and right now we're good for 77,000 pounds. Well, that's, hey, that's with that counterweight too, right? Holy. So we're good for 77,000 pounds with this setup. At this boom radius and this boom angle, 88 foot of boom, 1 part pulley, which obviously can't pick up 1 part pulley, but it's the fact that this thing has a capability of picking up 77,000 pounds, and we're short 18,500 of counterweight on the back right now because of the setup of the boom, how you pin the boom extensions. Because the bigger boom extensions are the bottom ones, and then the stronger ones, and they're the ones that are out, and all the smaller ones are sucked in. This is why I wanted to buy a crane like this, not just a boom truck, because if we, let's say, had to pick up something extreme, a train off the side of the road, a transformer that's solid copper and, you know, brass or whatever they're made out of, super heavy, that you can do it and not be limited. Show you where the back zero roll. Get some money. Poplars bring good money. Poplar trees and poplar wood brings good money. Really good trim wood. Good veneer poplar, which this isn't veneer, this isn't for cycling wood. Like $1.25, $1.75 board foot. We'll probably get $1.25 board foot for this. Pretty clean for the most part. Some of the stuff we might get 75 to 90, depending upon cat eyes and how it is. But maybe had to get, you know, $850 to $1,200 in lumber out of this, which is good. It's a bonus, but you can't count on the money on the trees and the money on the lumber and tree work to pay for your bills. You gotta bill your job, estimate your job properly, sell the job as it needs to be sold for the proper cost to do work. Go! You're rolling down the hill.
You're damn right it is. That's why I quit cutting. Put that weight down there underneath.
So yeah, if you can get some bonus money off top of your tree jobs, it's a plus, but you can't always count on that. Like I said, you bank your money off your estimation on your job, for your time, material costing on the work, and then everything else is a plus. If you score a little bit outside of this on top of it, we'll take it.
Any other closing thoughts on the job today?
For starting out as a late go, crappy, slow morning start, even me showing up late, we'll be all back to the shop by like 6:30, which isn't terribly late for not making the first cut to probably 11:30 today. So once you get set up, that's the biggest time consumption, you know, getting to the job and getting set up. Thank God the crane work, setting it up wasn't terrible. Pretty flat surface. I got to learn a little bit on the crane. I am gonna go back to the shop though. I'm gonna heat up and fix my bent outrigger mount. Definitely disturbs me. The pad mount put back on there once we're done. Have the ability to pick up 77,000 pounds just now, but knowing that common sense said that the weight was going to be distributed really far out and heavy on the main boom, that it was going to cause the load capacity to slowly deteriorate and fall back quickly as if we boomed out. I knew that was going to be the downside of that boom setup and boom structure we just used, configuration, but I knew we were probably going to be okay. I just knew that we were limited on how much, and super fast, super quickly the load capacity went down as he was booming out, as I suspected. It went from 77, I'll check one second, went from 77 to like 23,000 like that. But the whole idea is to be real vertical and really strong, and that's what this piece is all meant to do. When we're right up under shit like this, Christ, you pick the whole tree, every place to set it down, no problem.